I do not get this. The two things that confuse me most. I read a brilliant article about it this weekend. You know that I'm eternally baffled by deference and forelock tugging. The idea that anybody in this country with an IQ in double figures could think that Jacob Rees-Mogg is cleverer than them is just absolutely hilarious to me, and also heartbreaking at the same time, because you are limiting your own horizons. You're putting shackles on your own children, their ambition and their aspiration. The idea that you should know your place is the single most toxic lesson that you can teach a child. And I'll tell you this, that they don't teach their children to know their place. And the second thing is this desire to feel persecuted, this absolute hunger for victimhood. Look, there's some people over there and they're attacking you. What are they doing? Oh, they're running the European Union like the Fourth Reich and they really wish you harm. Okay. Any proof? No. Don't ask for facts. Just feel persecuted. And now it's statues. They're coming to take down your statues. They're going to attack your culture and your stately homes. How are they going to do that? By telling you about things that actually happened. Well, we can't have any. I'll clutch my purse. And they sell it. They sell you your own victimhood. And I don't know. I wish I could turn my conscience off and do it, because my kids need shoes. But especially now they're going back to school. Hallelujah. Long may that continue. Safely. But it works. I don't understand why people hand over their hard-earned cash and indeed their consciences so happily and so freely to people who are selling nothing but false victimhood and false persecution. Best summed up probably in that despicable poster that Nigel Farage unveiled shortly before Jo Cox was assassinated by a white supremacist terrorist shouting Britain first. That man was terrified of things that don't exist. Things that were, in fact, depicted, non-existent things depicted on that poster. All these people that wish you harm. Where are they? Oh, I found one. And that means we must hate 6 million people. Okay. Why so hungry? Why so desperate? And listen, generalisations are always a little bit loose. Of course they are. I remember a fella not long ago was furious with me for suggesting that everybody who had a problem with Marcus Rashford had voted for Brexit, which clearly isn't true. There'll be plenty of people out there. I'm bored of Brexit in some context. I'm bored of having to say, some of my best friends voted for it, some of my family members voted for it, and they aren't racists. But I haven't met a racist who didn't. Maybe I should get out more. But you just look at the generalisations here, and you can be fairly confident that people who think that their culture is somehow under attack, or people who think you're not allowed to say you're English in this country anymore without getting arrested, people who are trying to build political careers on campaigning to be allowed to say things that they're currently not allowed to say, despite not having yet addressed the question of how they're going to tell you about the things they're not allowed to say if they're currently not allowed to say the things that they're campaigning to suddenly be allowed to say. I'm fairly confident that almost all of them will fit very neatly into one side of the Meghan Markle conversation. They'll have a huge problem with her and they won't really be able to tell you why. But if you suggest you know why, they'll be almost as angry with you for pointing out their racism as they are with her for being biracial.